morning. It is Tuesday and I have just decided to film what I spend in a week because the sun is shining and it just feels right. So here we go with the first spend of the week. I am walking to work, which is free, but I wanted to make the walk a little bit more fun. So I picked up a matcha and now we're just going to do the walk together. It is lunchtime, so I'm gonna go join a huge queue for some island poke. Got my little bowl, and today I had £5 off in my loyalty program, so it was only £2. Happy days. It is 6:45 and I've just finished work, so it was a bit of a big day and had like a later client meeting. So now I am walking home to get my steps in and then we'll do the evening. Pretty chill. So for dinner I am just going to heat up a meal that I had in the freezer. These are like pre-cooked meals that I used to order because it just made like dinner so much easier, but I realized I wasn't actually getting through them fast enough and I was having to like freeze them more often, so I paused it for a while. So I figured after a big day at work and a late call, it would just be easiest to defrost this in the microwave and eat this for dinner. So that's what we're having. Hello. It is Wednesday. What did we do last night? Yeah, we had dinner, we watched Sex and the City, and then we fell asleep. I've got to stop using we's. I am an I. Gotta get used to that. This morning I am going to head to my osteo. I started seeing an osteo like a few weeks, if not months ago, and she just really helps with a lot of stress and tension I hold in my neck and my shoulders. It's been super, super helpful. In fact, there's a lot of tension also in my gut, which I didn't expect. And I'm very fortunate because that is covered by health insurance. She's located in a pharmacy, so I'm also going to pick up some meds when I'm there. And then I need to drop into I think they're dry cleaners, but I'm going to ask them if they also mend clothes because I've had a recent issue where my favorite dress in the world, you guys know how much I love this dress, I wear it all the time. I ripped it when I was out and about. I found it really upsetting, but I'm really hoping that they can fix it. Honestly, it's like, it's a huge rip, two massive tears. And then I'm going to start my work day. And today, because it's a Wednesday, I'm working from home. So yeah, that's how I can fit in so many jobs before I start my work day. Let's go. Matcha today instead of paying for another one, so I just picked up some coconut milk because recently I've been really into coconut milk with matcha. So yeah, now I'm just gonna make my little matcha. Now it's time to start my work day and do the work thing. So instead of spending money right now, it's time to make some money. Okay, so I've just had a very busy morning. I've had like 2 hours of meetings and then also had to digest a lot of information. So now my brain is feeling pretty filled, pretty full. So I'm going to take advantage of the Pilates studio around the corner from my house and go and get in a quick session. They do 45 minutes lunchtime. Pilates class, which I think is so convenient. So I'll just hop over there, do my class, get a little bit of a stretch out with my body, and then come home, have some lunch, and then get back in to work for the afternoon. Okay, I'm back from Pilates and now it's time for a quick lunch. This is a lunch I have very often. It's just a tuna bagel. It definitely lacks the vegetable element, so sometimes if I have cucumber or capsicum / peppers, I'll like add that to the side, but I don't have any of that today, so it is literally just a tuna bagel. Oh, actually that's a lie. I add corn because I can put that in the freezer. There we go. Suddenly much healthier. So yes, this is my lunch. It's honestly very beige, but I like that everything I need for it is in the cupboard. But yeah, that's what I usually eat and I eat it quite often. And because the weather is so good today, let's go eat out in the garden. Pretty crazy that like living in London I get to say I have a garden to eat my lunch in. That feels like very surreal and very lucky. Yeah, I've been loving this garden. It's so nice to spend time in, and I'm surprised by like how much of a nature hit it gives me. Even though it's just my backyard, it just feels so good. And our little friend has come out to play. This is our neighbour's cat. Hi, sweet one. Time for my exciting afternoon snack as I'm working. I really like this Naked brand. Hello. I have wrapped up work, finished my last meeting of the day. It's now getting close to 6:30 and I have to head over to enjoy some lovely pizza at a new pizza joint that opened near my friend's house. So I'm gonna go and do that now. Let's go. Good morning and happy Thursday. I'm a fan of Thursdays. I probably mentioned this before. I know I just like that everyone at my studio at least goes into the office on Thursdays, so it's like got a good energy. What I have learned from all the places I've worked is when you enjoy who you work with, it makes such a big difference to like the day-to-day of having to work. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going into the studio. I'm gonna not spend £4.80 on a matcha on my way to work. I'm gonna make one here and take it with me because, well, it's better for my bank account, but also I have a lot of matcha to get through. I brought back a heap of matcha from Tokyo and I already had a heap of like Genki matcha before that. Also, I feel like seasonally right now, I'm having a matcha in the morning, whereas like last time I filmed what I spend in a week, I remember I had like porridge every day. So I think from these videos, you can tell I kind of just get like a little bit of an obsession about something and then just do it every day. And this month it's matcha. So let's go make that and then walk to work.
If only I could finish something, run straight through to the end, close the chapter dignified. Damn girl, you did it again.
Today we have a team lunch and I organize it. It's just for like our strategy team. So I'm off to collect the order and luckily this one is on work.
If only I could build a tower, pierce right through the clouds, saxophones at every hour. Who hasn't heard of me now? Then will I have had enough?
home and I am feeling a lot of feels and I've got a lot of energy, so I want to go for a run and get it all out of my system so that I can have a good night's sleep. I'm finding running really helpful in processing my emotions with the breakup and just being able to get a lot of stress and sadness and tension out of me. So let's go for a run, and better yet, running is free. Happy days.
By the time you get older.
Did my run. Feels so good. Now I'm going to figure out some dinner. It's like getting towards 8ish, 8:30 now, so yeah, do that quickly and then I'll do some journaling. Maybe, should I have a bath? I don't know. Something relaxing, I think. I'm gonna do my evening. I'm gonna sign off. Bye. Good morning and happy Friday. I've been awake since like 6 this morning. There was like a really loud noise on the street that woke me up out of my sleep, which was fine, but because I've been up so early, normally I would probably want to like exercise, but I went for a run last night, so it just felt like too much. So instead I hopped on my iPad and I've just been editing some YouTube videos for like a few hours now, which is good to get that done. But equally, I've just spent my morning staring at a screen, and then I'm gonna spend my workday staring at a screen. So before I do start work for the day, I want to get out and just see the world, not a screen. I've got the final chapter of this book I've been reading slowly but surely. I've been reading it so slowly because I've been just highlighting so many parts of the book, and I've been learning a lot from it. When I go through all the books I've read this year, I think it will be very obvious when we hit the breakup era. And I personally find those types of books really helpful to kind of like ground myself in the fact that this is a very normal part of life, as much as it feels not normal for me right now, and that, you know, lots of people experience it. But obviously, like this week, these videos, they're all just a highlights reel. They're not like reflective of how I'm like really coping and processing and managing my emotions behind the scenes. So I just wanted to like flag that in case you are someone going through like a breakup or grief or whatever hard feelings there are to experience in this lifetime, that I am not like killing it and having a great time. But with this YouTube channel, like that's kind of what I like to capture, is like the good moments. Okay, let's go out, get some nature, get some food, read some books, do a little bit of a nice Friday morning before we get stuck into a big day of work. I am back home and jumping straight into my work day. I have a lot to do. We've got an insights and opportunity report due next Friday, and I'm kind of like, leading this whole project. So being 1 week out from it being due, we're pushing towards the deadline. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I got to finish my book this morning in the park, which was so lovely. It was a beautiful book, like a little bit more spiritual than I normally tend towards, but I let it slide for bell hooks. I think my key takeaways was that like love is not a given. It's something you as an individual really have to work towards. And then also the person that you're sharing love with, be it family, friends, or a lover, they also need to be working towards it. Love is also like you have to be content in yourself. Like you can't rely on someone else to like fix your problems. And give you love. You have to have like a sense of autonomy and individuality. And then also that like the shadow self work, things like that are really important, because I guess people who run or run away from their sense of shadow or darker side of themselves are less likely to be open and receptive to love. It's like we have to experience those darker sides of ourselves and work through them and resolve them in order to feel the full breadth of love. Let's get into the work day. That's enough about love for now. I was about to spend my lunch break watching YouTube in bed, but I don't want to do that. I just got like a burst of energy. I made a snap decision to join a strength and conditioning workout class, and I am going to rush over there right now, and that's what we're going to do for lunch. Well, I'll eat as well when I get back, but I'll have to do that at my desk. Let's go. Workout class was great, and now I am going to have a quick shower and then make a tuna bagel again for lunch, but I got some vegetables yesterday so I can add that to the meal, and then I'm going to eat that whilst working and get through a big afternoon of work. Hello. I have slammed my laptop shut and now I'm downstairs because I need to hang out my washing, and then I am running out the door. I'm gonna head out to Islington to grab dinner with a friend. We're headed to just a pub, but it looks really cute, and I've been there many times before but never gotten a seat because it's so busy and popular. So we're gonna eat, we're gonna drink, and we're gonna sit in the sunshine and yeah, just kickstart the weekend. I like to like overplan my weekends, or at least like have something to do on each day that I'm like looking forward to, and that's kind of like really been helping with the breakup and things like that. Okay, let's go out. Got this back from the dry cleaners all mended. Well, it's a little bit obvious, but at least I can wear it again. I am going to be liming to meet my friend, so that's going to be my first expense, is a lime pass for the weekend. Last of summer. Hello, good morning. It's Saturday. I've been able to have a very slow morning, and I've just been feeling all the feels and resting, and then also journaling. Yeah, taking it slow. I'm filming all of this week on my iPhone, which I think I'm really curious to watch this back and see how the quality is and how the audio is as well. I've definitely been adding more clips with my phone instead of my little DJI Pocket, but this is the first video where I'm gonna film like the entirety of it on iPhone and see how it goes. Okay, this is an ad for iPhone. No, it's not. But do let me know if you think it's like good enough, or if you prefer the DJI Pocket footage. So what's that got to do with spending in a week? Nothing. Let's go. Well, I'm not even gonna go spend any money. I'm gonna go for a run now. I decided to come home for lunch, and I'm really mixing it up from my usual workday lunch. And instead of a tuna bagel, I'm gonna make a tuna toasty. So yeah, just like feels really different for the weekend. And I have some dusty knuckle bread to use up in the freezer as well. Why hello there and happy Saturday evening. Haven't spent much money this afternoon. I've just been resting and relaxing, watching Sex and the City, doing some YouTube, doing a lot of like shorts whilst watching Sex and the City, and yeah, just hanging out. But now I'm about to spend some money. I'm gonna go out for the evening, so I'm gonna line bike over to the Tate. I want to go see 2 exhibitions there, and usually those would be like £20 per exhibition, but because I'm a member, they're free. Obviously I do pay for the membership though, so in terms of like how much I spend in a week, I think I'm going to divide the amount of the membership per week. And then right nearby, I have tickets to the National Theatre afterwards. I'm going to see Susie Miller's new play, which I'm so excited about. She got really well known for her play Prima Facie, which starred Jodie Comer. They filmed it, it went to theatres. It was like incredible, but I didn't get to see that live. So obviously when I saw that there was a new play out of hers, I wanted to jump on it and check it out. And then also the person starring in it is Rosamund Pike, which is insane that I'm going to see like Rosamund Pike in the flesh on the stage tonight. So that is very, very cool. And yeah, I'm just like, I guess, making these plans for myself and honoring that I want to do those things and making time and space for them. So it's a little bit of a solo date. I've been reading a lot of books, and some books mention like honoring your solo dates is really important. Like if other plans come up, not to just like ditch your plans. Not that I would ditch these plans because like the tickets I think were quite expensive, though that is the positive about the theatre. You buy your tickets so long ago that by the time it comes around it feels like you're just going out for free. Let's go out, get the line bike and do the evening. Hey, hi, hello. It is Sunday morning and I am very tired. I did get like a solid sleep, but I don't know, I just like woke up tired. But I said I would go to Run Club with my roommate and I'm excited to, so I want to follow through with that. So I got dressed really quickly and now we're gonna head out to Run Club, which is luckily free. I think it's actually like, Run Clubs are such a great deal. Financially speaking, you get to hang out with people for free, and this Run Club actually includes the drink afterwards. But yeah, I'm off to Run Club. Let's do it.
What's the angle? I'm not playing that game.
I'm really working overtime to try and mix up all the angles, given I like pretty much just have my room to film in now. So here's a new angle of this square room. We went to Run Club, which was really fun. I think it pushes me a lot and I run a little bit faster and you get to run with people, which is really sweet. And then they provide tea and coffee afterwards as well. And I also had a chia seed pudding there again, like the other day. And now I am on my way to go to the markets with a friend. There are these really popular markets called Salad Days Market. I think it was started by like twins and they just like did amazing social media for it, and I guess they get really good makers in as well to sell at the markets. Yeah, I've seen it for ages, have wanted to go. The weekends just haven't lined up until now. It's like in the south in Gypsy Hill, so it's like honestly a bit of a trek, but I think it will be worth it. and I'm really keen to just see like how the little small businesses kind of brand themselves. As you know, I've been making jewelry, so I want to see like maybe some different jewelry designers and how they're branding themselves, and yeah, just like maybe get inspired by the product but also buy some product hopefully as well. So yeah, I'm gonna head down there now, meet a friend, and my next expense will be travel, and then we'll see what I spend when I'm out and about.
Who's the target? Sorry, I'm not in the market. If I quit buying, you can't sell me anything. No thanks, I'll pass. I don't want any of that. I'll just take my chances. No thanks, not now. I made it this far somehow. I'll just take my chances.
I finished up with my lovely friend and I was heading home when I realised I'm not ready to go home and I want to go and sit in the park instead. So I'm going to go get an afternoon treat and hang out in the park. I have been sitting in bed for a few hours now doing a bunch of YouTube work, and I just realized it's 9 o'clock. It's much later than I expected. I am going to go and make a little dinner. I think the internet would call it a girl dinner, but I don't want to gender my meals. It's just dinner. You guys, it's our final day together. For this video, at least. We've still got a whole day ahead of us. It's Monday, I'm going into the studio. Mondays are always really good in the studio. They're also more recently like mandatory. They want everyone in so that the vibes are high, and I must admit the vibes are high. I've always enjoyed going in on Mondays anyway, so yeah, we're gonna head in, and I think I'll make a matcha for my walk-in. I'm gonna walk again, and then we've got breakfast as well at the studio provided for. So let's go do the day. Wow, I've just come down here and seen my housemate's melon, and this bowl was made for this melon. Also, you guys, check it out. It's my first day getting to use my matcha whisk stand. So that is what I got at the markets yesterday, the salad days markets, which honestly were good, but for the trek to get out there, I don't think they were worth it, just because like it was so far, and I think it ended up costing me a lot in public transport, annoyingly. But I am stoked I have this. On an iPhone all week, and I thought when I had my headphones in that it was using the audio from the headphones to record this video, and I just realized / learnt it wasn't. So we'll see how this audio is when we go in to edit it later, but now I am very close to the camera to hopefully capture this audio, and I can take these out because they do nothing. Yeah, I was on my way home and my friend texted me that they're headed to the pub, so I'm gonna go meet them.
$1 whole.
Several days later.
It's a few days later now, and I'm dropping in here to wrap up this what I spend in a week. I'm also using my new DJI microphone that I picked up back in Japan, So let me know how the audio is. I'm definitely excited to listen back to this and hear if it's improved, because I do feel like the old microphone was getting pretty scrappy and the audio was not as sharp anymore. But now let's wrap up what I spent in a week. Yeah, it's like a week later now, so I added up all my numbers and here we go. For Monday, I spent £25 and 40 pence. On Tuesday, that was a low day, £13 and 35 pence. I think that's also because I got my Pokeball with my points that day. Wednesday, I spent £70 and 40 pence. That to me is quite a big midweek spend, but I did go out and enjoy a new restaurant with a friend. Oh, and I went to the class as well. I think the classes are what's starting to add up. Thursday, £10, 29 pence. Friday, £72, 91 pence. Once again, equal to Wednesday spend, which I think is like weirdly in my brain okay because it's a Friday, but that shouldn't be the case. Like I should be okay with spending that much on a Wednesday too. So yeah, we'll let it slide. We'll let Wednesday slide. Saturday, £107 and 10 pence. That was definitely my most expensive day of the week. Sunday, £54 and 30 pence. And then when it comes to rent and utilities, I spent £305. So that includes my new rent in my new place, the bills, and then I just threw in an extra £5 to cover things like soap, toothpaste, basics like that. And then for subscriptions, I spend anywhere from £10 to £15. So I just rounded up to £15. It really just depends on whatever content channel I'm choosing that month. At the moment, I'm doing Disney Plus, and then also I use my friend's Now. She uses my Disney, and then I also have Netflix, Spotify, but I'm on a family plan with friends. And then we've also got Epidemic Sounds. I'm sure there's other little subscriptions in there as well that I'm not even remembering right now. But yeah, I feel like £15 covers that. So in total, I spent £673 and 75 pence this week. So yeah, that's £200 more than my last two videos. I do one of these each year. So 2 years ago, it was around the 460, 70, 80 pound mark. Last year was around the 480 pound mark. And this year we're at 673. So we've gone up £200. And you know what? Cost of living has too. So that's okay. Obviously also my rent has gone up. That's gone up about £70 per week. Ouch, that's a lot. The single tax is real, y'all. And then I think the other 130-ish pounds that I generally spent this week was a mix of going out with my newfound independence and just being able to kind of do life on my schedule, mixed with going out to ward off depression and the SADs. So yeah, it's a bit of give and take, particularly in this grieving period. Whilst I'm adjusting to being alone, I'm also cognizant that maybe I want to spend more, maybe I need to spend more to get out and about to just feel something. No, that's very dramatic, but I have been enjoying getting out with friends and going to exercise classes. Actually, that is probably one of the bigger expenses that my last two what I spend in a week didn't have, is I've started doing the Reformer Pilates in this, what I spend in a week. And that is pretty spenny, but ultimately it allows me to exercise. It makes me feel good. It improves my running and strength for running as well. So I can continue to do that without injury. So I am fine with it. But yeah, obviously you can kind of see how the expenses add up. And I also went to a beautiful play this week as well. And honestly, I had a great week. I was obviously filming this video and I was really busy at work. I've had this report due, it's due this week, and I was filming this last week. So I was working towards that and filming this and getting out and about. So I feel yeah, this is what I spend in a week. And this is hopefully, just intriguing if you want to know how people spend their money, or helpful if you're thinking about what it costs to live in London. I'm going to sign off now and hope you have a beautiful night or day wherever you are. I'll see you next time. Bye.